Ever wonder why some friendships just click and others fizzle out? Well, it's not random. It comes down to the 3 pillars of friendship, so let's break it down. Hey guys, it's Yui here. If you're new here, hello, my name is Yui, and I like to share content on inner and outer beauty that will hopefully be helpful and also brighten up your day a little bit. Today, let's talk about a topic that can be a little bit difficult: adult friendships. So I recently learned about the 3 pillars of friendship from my most favorite person that I have never met, Mel Robbins. And let me tell you, it really hit home. Adult friendships are hard. And I feel like no one tells you that. And I've definitely struggled with them. So between work, your home life, hobbies, and just overall trying to keep your life together, it can be really hard to maintain really meaningful relationships with your friends. But when I heard Mel break it down, I realized it's not just about luck, it's about these 3 very important pillars. Adult friendships are built on proximity, timing, and energy. Once I learned about these 3 pillars and what they meant, it gave me so much more clarity about the friendships in my life that have come and gone. And I really wish I had learned this sooner. But I just wanted to share these 3 things with you today in case you're struggling with your adult friendships, or if you're just looking for a little bit more clarity in your life. Hopefully this comes at a good time for you. So number 1, proximity. So this is being physically close to each other and being in the right place. So most friendships form because of where we are. Like school. That was a big one when we were kids. We were around our friends all the time. We didn't have to plan it. We didn't have to schedule it. We didn't have to get in touch with each other. You show up and there they are, all of your friends in one place. And that just generally brings you closer together because you're always together. It's just how it is. Or as an adult, maybe it's your work friends, the people you spend, 8+ hours a day with together on a daily basis, 5 days a week. Sometimes we spend more time with our coworkers throughout the week than we do with our family at home. Or maybe you have some friends at the gym, or maybe at the coffee shop you work at regularly. Wherever it is, that proximity of actually being physically close together plays a huge part in maintaining adult friendships. Like, have you ever experienced working somewhere really great where you're around a lot of people you really like, and, maybe you guys got coffee or drinks after work often and you thought you guys were really good friends, but maybe one of you quits the job and goes on to pursue something else and you don't see them as often. It just gets that much harder to stay in touch, and that's proximity at work. I'm sure we can all think of a friend that we used to have where proximity played a big role and maybe you guys aren't in touch anymore. And that's okay, and that's completely normal. But the good news is, if you want to make more friends that are like-minded and are interested in the same things, you just have to put yourself in a place where you are closer to people physically, where you can hang out and pursue things that you like to do. And maybe that is the gym, or in my case, that would be horseback riding. I've made so many friends at the stables I go to, and it's like my own little friend community that I didn't have just a few years ago. Or maybe you're really into art and you go to an art class and you find friends who enjoy doing that with you, and that becomes like a weekly thing where you go and paint together. So if you want more friends with similar interests and it's not really happening for you, maybe at school or at work, put yourself where like-minded people hang out. Number 2 is timing and where you're at in your life. Mel talks about how friendships thrive when you are in similar stages of your life or you're going through shared experiences. So going back to the school example, at least until high school, when you go to school, all your friends are going through the same thing, the high school experience, and you're doing it together. You're doing exams together, you're taking classes together, you're going to prom together, you're going to graduation together. You're sharing so many milestones together as a collective little community. However, after high school, something happens that Mel calls the great scattering, which I think is really cute. But it basically means we all scatter and go do our own thing from that point on. Maybe you went to college and your friends didn't. They went straight to work. Maybe you had kids and your friends didn't. And now the experience that you're going through as an individual can be vastly different from somebody that you used to be close with. And again, that's okay. Before I read this book, which I haven't mentioned yet, it's the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. It's amazing. Go read it, go buy it, go get the audiobook. It's amazing. But I used to call this kind of thing seasons. And I would tell myself, certain friends of mine are in just different seasons of their life. And that's why we've grown apart, because I used to take things so personally. Oh my goodness. Let me know in the comments if you've experienced anything similar. Because I've been hurt as an adult with friends that I thought were close friends. They never seemed to have any availability to see me, or they would take forever making plans with me and then never actually do it. But then, they're uploading on Instagram all the fun they're having with everybody else. And, it can hurt. And she talks about it in this book really well too. So again, go get the book. Not sponsored or anything. I wish it was. I would love to meet Mel and talk to her about all of this. But it does hurt, and it's okay, because we're human and we have feelings. But thinking of it as they're just in different seasons. I'm just not what they need right now. I can't be everything for everyone, and that person can't be everything for me all the time either. So even if at one point in my life I was very important to that person and I was able to give them the love and support that they needed at that moment in their life, that's awesome. I'm glad I was able to do that for them. But if that's no longer the role that they want me to play in their life, or maybe they've outgrown that, or maybe they just need support from someone else who has different life experiences than I do, but none of this means that I did anything bad or that I am bad. It just means the timing's off, and it's just not where we're at right now. And learning this helped me so much with so many friendships, and just to not take it personally. And I've had some beautiful reunions with people that I hadn't seen in years, because the friendship kind of came back, and that was really cool too. And there were no hard feelings, and we kind of just picked up where we left off, and that can be really beautiful too. So don't take things personally. Let things happen naturally. There's a natural timing to everything. Let people go through their own experience while you go through yours. And as you go through yours, you're going to find similar friends that are going through similar stages of their life as you, and you can click with them. And it's really cool to think that some of your favorite people that you'll meet in this lifetime, you may not have even met yet. And that's pretty exciting. Number 3 is energy, which is just that vibe, or as I like to think of it, the gut feeling. So energy is all about how someone makes you feel. Do you feel energized being around them, or does it feel like a total chore? Or maybe it's somewhere in between. I've had friendships in my life where I feel like our energies are clicking and that I really like being around this person, but the second we part ways, I feel so tired. And I realized I had been trying really hard to engage and to have a conversation with them during the time that we were together. If you feel exhausted, unheard, unseen, or in my case, when it was really bad, I used to get migraines after I'd come home from seeing a friend, and it would worry my parents. If you check any of those boxes, I'd recommend rethinking that relationship. The energy might just not be there. Maybe you're in college, so you have some college friends, which checks off proximity, and it checks off timing too, because you're going through the same college experience, but maybe your energies don't click. Maybe they drain you, or maybe you just kind of feel a little bit uncomfortable being around somebody. On the other end, if you go see them and you feel inspired and excited and just overall really happy and like you're a better person just being around this wonderful person, that's a good energy, and that's your energies clicking. I feel like energy can be a little bit difficult because you want to assume the best in someone and give people a chance. But if you do get really drained talking to somebody, just be very careful. Maybe give yourself some space, because if it happens too often, it can take a toll on your physical and mental health. So I've definitely become a lot more picky about who I let into my life, into my circle, and who I spend time with, because I want to give my best self and the best version of me to my friends that I care about. And I can't do that if I'm being sucked of my energies. But it's not every day that you find people that you click with, even if you have the timing and the proximity checked off. If the energy isn't there, it's just not gonna work. So it's really important, and I hope you find your tribe and the people that make you feel really happy. So take a second to think about your friendships and if your friends have these 3 pillars. I know my close friends do. Or are some of your friendships missing these pillars? How are your friendships going? Are they going really well? Do you have awesome friends? I hope that you do. If not, what were some difficulties that you've had or are currently going through? Are there friendships that broke your heart or you're still trying to heal from? And did the 3 pillars that we talked about today by the great Mel Robbins give you some clarity into why maybe you're not as close with some people as you used to be? If you have any thoughts, comments, or experiences that you want to share, make sure you leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching till the end of this video. I really appreciate you. And if you want to stick around to talk more about inner and outer beauty, I love it if you would subscribe to my channel and hit that like button, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah.